Hi beautiful people, it's NBLX Collections here. Today we are doing press on nails. Now if it's your first time here, please be sure to subscribe. Uh Turn on your post notifications so I can be notified whenever we upload. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in again. Always a pleasure to have you all on board. So getting right into the video, these are press on nails which I'm recycling. Actually, I had done these about a year before, like a year ago, and that was when I just started doing nails. So this by that time I was doing acrylic. So these are acrylic press-ons, but I no longer offer acrylic nails as a service. So, but we do use acrylics for designs, just not for construction. So what I did was I didn't really like the design because back then I was pretty much an amateur and it was not looking cute. The design I did was cute. It was a cute design, but I didn't do it so well, so it wasn't looking nice and it was really long. So it had been laying around for over a year and I was like, all right, I'm going to recycle it. So here I am. I filed it off camera, like I trimmed it down and reshaped it because it was long, extra long square. So I reshaped it to almond nails for the first three, and then for the pinky and ring fingers I just did a stiletto because I'm a braider and those two would help for stitch braids. So what I did was I reshaped the nails. Then, well, I took off the design, reshaped it, and then the first thing I did was to apply a base coat, cure it, applied black gel polish. I think I did 2 coats of that black gel polish. I cured it, then I went in with a matte top coat and I did 2 coats of that and cured it. And I did the matte top coat because of the design I was trying to go for. I wanted something with a matte effect, so I just did a matte top coat on all the nails. I was not actually sure which design I wanted to do because this is actually a freestyle set, so I'm just go with the flow. Alright, so for this first finger, I'm doing a French nails, and I'm using a glossy top coat for this. Okay, I already did a matte top coat. As you can see, it's looking matte, it's not looking glossy at all. But then the French, what I'm using for the French is a glossy top coat. Now you can use, if you use a black top coat, if you use a black gel for this to draw the gel, you need to go over it again with a top coat just on the black area because like I said, we wanted the rest of the nails to have that matte effect. So there's no need going with a black gel to come and top coat it again, and that's just a whole lot of work, too much time, and this gets the job done just the same. So I'm using a glossy top coat for my French, and well, that this may just perfecting it. I outline the smile or the French line first, and then I filled it in. So right now I'm just looking at it, looking at any areas that need to be adjusted, and if everything looks good, I just set it aside. And then on the other nail, I went in with another French. I decided to do another French here. So that's basically my technique. So I that first line across, it just tells me where I want the French or the smile line to cut, and then I go over on the sides and just I think I'm gonna do another video, a close-up video on just like my technique, a proper technique on how to draw your French tips. All right, but for this one you can just rewind it so that I can see what I did or how I did it and try to replicate it, and you can make adjustments to the technique so that it can suit you. Okay, so yes, I just draw my French. Once I'm satisfied with how it looks, I just compare it to make sure that it look symmetric or like almost the same, because you can never be exactly the same, but they should look similar. So I went ahead and cured that while I was thinking of the next design. For this next nail, I decided to go in with swirls. As you can see, I changed the brush. The art brush I was using, I used a shorter one. According to the videos which I've watched, this shorter brush is meant for more precision nail art. So I switched to this brush and I was just doing swirls all over the place. But at some point the brush felt a little too stiff for me. I don't know, like it felt a little too stiff, so I just had to switch back to the other brush I was using. The bristles are longer, so I feel like it's more flexible, especially for when you're doing swirls, if you understand what I mean. Like, it's more flexible, it's more flowy. But the other brush is the bristles are shorter, so it tends to be a bit more stiff, where like the lines, if you're doing swirls, it doesn't really go too well, according to me. All right, that's just how I feel about it. So that's why I just had to switch back to the brush with the longer bristles. Okay, so right now I'm just basically doing the exact same thing on the corresponding finger of the other hand. So that is to say, I'm doing those swirls on the middle fingers of both hands. So I just sped it up because I already did the other finger, and I'm just, I don't want the video to be too long, so just speeding it up. Moving on to the next design. So this is the aura design, and for this I don't have an airbrush, so I use the powder palette hack. So basically for this, you want to apply a matte top coat over the full nails. Then you go in with the white or any other color that you want. If you want an ombre, if you want to do ombre, these two could work, all right? So but for the aura, you want to apply from the middle, and then you fade it outwards. And when you're done with that, you apply your matte top coat over it, you cure it, then you can go again over it. You can go again over with the powder matte top coat cure, just like that, for as many times as you want to get the desired effect. So I wanted the white to really pop, so I think I did about 5 layers before doing my final top coat and curing. Now this next finger is my ring finger, and for this design is the chrome isolation design. It was chrome isolation, even though it was a fail, but I'm going to tell you how to do it. So basically, you want to apply your matte top coat, then when you cure it, you take it out, you wipe it with acetone, then you buff it lightly, just very lightly buff it. Then you're going to draw the abstract circle, and for that circle I used I used my rhinestone glue and a little bit of top coat. I mixed it up, then I applied it all around and cured it for 60 seconds. Then I went over with the chrome. Now normally this was not supposed to smudge all over, like you can see, but then it did, and I think it's because of the brand of the chrome that I used. It was not a good one, so I applied on my fingers and it smudged all over. So that's why I see I tried with the brush again. I went with the brush for the for the other finger, or for the same finger of the other hand, and it still smudged. So I'm confident that the technique and everything was okay, but it's just the brand of chrome which I used, it was not a good one. So right now I'm just cleaning it up with a brush, and I dip the brush in acetone, then I go over carefully on the areas that I've smudged, and just try to clean it up like you can see me do. So I'm just cleaning that up, and then I leave the chrome only on the area where I want it to be. So make sure when you're buying your chrome, you buy a good one of good quality. All right, this one was not of good quality, that's why it's doing all of this. So always make sure you buy good quality. So right now what I'm doing is I'm encapsulating the chrome design with a base coat. I saw this on a video, I think it was on TikTok, or was it YouTube? So when you encapsulate, you cure it before you go over with your top coat. That's going to prevent, the base coat is going to prevent the chrome from chipping eventually. All right, so on this other nails, I'm just doing these this swirl, I forgot, I think these are called the 3D swirl designs, I've forgotten. But yeah, basically for these I'm just using the same mixture of rhinestone glue and top coat, because my rhinestone glue, when I use it on its own, and I cure it, it leaves a sticky layer. So I always mix it with a bit of top coat before applying, so that when I cure it, it has that no wipe layer, top layer, and that's the effect that I wanted. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing for these fingers. These are my index fingers. Yes, these designs went on my index fingers. So you see I'm just drawing and wiping. I wiped it because it didn't come out as I wanted it to, so I just wiped it off and redid it. So yes, this is my index finger where I did the aura design. I'm just doing this 3D on one side. You can do you can switch up the designs however you wanted it to go. And remember, I said I didn't have any specific design I was following, I was just freestyling. So at this point, I think I was done with the designing and everything. So I'm just cleaning up my brushes, cleaning up everything. I'm using a cotton pad and some acetone. I clean up my, mixing palette, my brushes, and just clean up everything. Now for the brushes, I saw a video that says acetone tends to dry out the bristles of your brushes. So what I do is, after cleaning with acetone, I soak the brushes in a bit of monomer. Like, I just dip it in monomer, and then I keep it. I pat off the excess, and then I store the brushes. According to what that video says, is supposed that's going to help to hydrate the brushes and or stuff like that. I don't know. So yes, at this point, I'm just applying top coat, a glossy top coat, over the areas where I put the chrome. So remember, after applying the chrome, I cured it again for about 60 seconds. Then I went over the area of the chrome with a base coat to prevent chipping later on. So after applying the base coat, I cured it for 60 seconds, and then right now I'm just going over it with a glossy top coat to seal everything in. And I'm only going with the top coat over the areas where I applied the top coat, the chrome, alright? Because remember, I said I wanted my nails to have a matte effect. Like, so that's why I'm singling out some specific areas to go with the top coat. So yes, that is for the design. So this is how the nails looked like after, before I started the design, and this is how it looked after, like, the designs. Let me know what you think about the design, or should I say the nail art? Let me know what you think about the nail art. Is it giving what's supposed to give? I don't know what it's supposed to give, because like I said, I didn't have an inspo in mind. I was just going with the flow. All right, so let me know if you like this. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please leave down a comment down in the comment section if you have any recommendations or anything. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more content, share, and well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers, please. I'm already at about 800 and something, so please help me reach 1,000 so that I can finally monetize. Like, it's been too long already. It's been over how many years I've been able to monetize. So I'm trying to be more consistent with posting now. So please, guys, support me. Like my videos, watch my videos to the end, comment, engage, so that YouTube can recommend my videos to other people, so that my channel can grow. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.